Today is Wednesday, Parashat Korach. There is an interesting custom amongst the certain families from the south of Morocco, like for Marrakesh, for instance. They prepare a certain type of bread that is eaten at the end of the fast of Yom Kippur. In other words, the bread is baked before Yom Kippur, and at the conclusion of the fast, that bread is eaten, and that special bread is stuffed with almonds and crushed coriander seeds. And when I saw this custom the first time, I wondered, what is this custom about? And I was told it's like they say in Morocco, ada, which means it's a custom. We have it from traditions from our previous generations, that this is the type of bread that we eat at the conclusion of Yom Kippur. Well, after thinking about the subject, the answer to that custom is actually in the parasha of this week, at least some of the answer. In the parasha of this week, after the rebellion of Korach and his entourage and the people from Reuven that came and rebelled against Moshe and Aaron, later in the parasha it tells us about a rebellion by the Jewish people telling Moshe and Aaron, why did you do this? You caused the death of these people, of Korach. So they rebelled against Moshe and they're questioning the authority of the high priest of Kohen Gadol of Aaron. So Hashem tells Moshe, tell each one of the tribes to give you a staff. So there was one staff, one stick for each one of the tribes. And Aaron's stick was the representative of the tribe of Levi. And he told them, put these sticks into the Mishkan, into the Ohel Moed, and let's see what happened. The one who would sprout, who would flourish, that staff would flourish and give forth almonds. These will be the staff that will be the one that represents the person that Hashem chose and elected to have the authority and the position of the Kohen Gadol. Well, sure enough, the stick of Aaron sprouted shkedim, almonds, and that was a sign that he was the one that was chosen. And Hashem tells Moshe, take that stick and put it in the Holy of Holies, in Kodesh HaKodashim, to be there as a testimony forever that Hashem chose the descendants of Aaron HaKohen, as the person who's the high priest. There was another thing that was in the Kodesh HaKodashim, the Holy of Holies. There was, of course, the ark with the tablets of the Torah. But there was always also tzintzenet aman. There was a jar that had in it a sampling of the manna that fell from the sky. And that sampling of the manna that fell from the sky, in describing it, the Torah says, Kezer Agad. And Rashi explains, Zer Agad is coriander seeds. So here we have now, it's starting to make sense. What happens on the day of Yom Kippur? The Kohen Gadol, the high priest, went into the Holy of Holies, the holiest place, in the Mishkan, in the Bet HaMikdash also. That was part of the service of the Kohen Gadol on Yom Kippur. That was only once a year where he would go into that place. And that's part of the service of Yom Kippur in our prayers. It's called Seder HaAvodah. This is the service of the Kohen Gadol on Yom Kippur. And part of it was going into Kodesh HaKodashim, the Holy of Holies. Well, in Kodesh HaKodashim, there were two types of food that happened to be there. There was a stick of Aaron that had sprouted almonds, and there was a jar of manna that looked like coriander seeds. So therefore, it would make sense that after Yom Kippur service, when we come home after the fast, we have this bread with coriander seeds, crushed coriander seeds, and almonds that represent the service of the day of Yom Kippur in Bet HaMikdash. By who? By Aaron HaKohen, or the high priest of that time. So therefore, the type of food was not just happened to be that way. It had underlying reasons behind it. And the almonds in Kodesh HaKodashim is from the parasha of this week, Parashat Korach. Baruch Adonai Le'olam, Amen ve'amen.